Ladies and gents, boys and girls, welcome back to my humble little workshop. Today I am going to be taking the wheels off, giving them a good clean and rub down, and hopefully getting them painted and put back on the bike. We'll see how far we get, but that's the plan. So this is the current state of the rear wheel. You can see we've got paint coming off here, all this build up of horrible grease and rubbish on here. If you look just through there, you've got all the oil and stuff coming off of the chain. The front isn't that much better, it's a little dark in here, but we'll try and get you to see. So we've got more paint coming off here. The front wheel's a little bit better condition, to be honest. Big patch of paint missing here, and another one just down in there. So as I said, first thing first, we'll take them off, give them a good scrub over with some grease remover, and then see where we stand before getting all that old paint off. For those of you who've never seen inside the rear brake of a drum brake bike before, this is basically what you've got instead of a disc. So from the outside it would be that way up in the bike, so your torsion arm would come along here, and your brake would be, your foot brake would be attached to this, so as you press the brake it moves the lever like that. What that does on the inside is you've got two shoes on the inside with a pivot point here. They're held together with these two springs, and as you turn this, it basically turns this bit here, which pushes them outwards, which goes against the inside of the drum in the hub of the wheel. Not relevant to this, but as I'm taking it apart, I thought I might as well show you anyway. I'm going to take all this out, and I'm going to give this a clean and a paint up as well, because this is horrible, so it will all look nice and shiny. Okay, so after a lot of cleaning, washing, degreasing, washing again, the wheel's now looking not too bad, to be fair. All that grey paint is going to have to come off. If you're interested in what I use to clean it, I use some of this pink gunk stuff, engine degreaser. It's what I used in one of the other videos to clean up the engine block. Works really well. You just pop it into a spray bottle like this, spray it all on, let it sit for a couple minutes, and then scrub it off with a stiff brush, and that's the sort of finish you get. You rinse it all off with water, let it dry, and then you're good to go. If I bring you over here, I've already got all the grease off of the rear drum, the brake arm and the sprocket off the back. So these two are ready to have some paint on. This one I just need to go over all of this with some wet and dry, clean it all up nicely, and then I get these sprayed up whilst I'm waiting for the wheels to dry. Okay, so that's gone over with 120. Just got most of the paint off. It's left some big nice score marks all over though, so I've got to go over it all again with 240 and then maybe even going up to 400 just to smooth it off, and it'll give it something nice for the primer to key into. Okay, not that you could probably tell any difference, but it's now had the 240 gone over it. I actually think that feels alright. The primer I'm using is quite a thick primer, it's an acid etch, so I can put it on, sand it back a couple of times, smooth it all off, and then put the final coat on. So let's head over to the table, get these all primed up. Whilst those are drying, start on the one wheel, and then by the time I finish this, that'll be dry enough to get the first coat of black on. Okay, these have been drying for about an hour and a half. The finish on them is really nice. This came out particularly well considering how beat up it was. So yeah, we'll leave it a little bit and then pop the top coat on. Okay guys, I'm going to call it a day on this video for now. Because I'm doing these wheels by hand, I've probably got another 2 or 3 days worth of sanding left. If the weather stays nice, then it's all fine. If not, then I don't know, it's going to have to take a little bit longer and I'll think of something else to do. I hope you enjoyed the video, found some of it informative. If not, let me know why, let me know how I can make it better. Always looking at improving. I love hearing from your feedback, so any comments left in the box will always get an answer from me. I hope you're all keeping safe with the world the way it is at the moment. I know some people are finding it difficult, being stuck in their houses all the time, but it is the safest place to be. So if you're lucky like me and your passion, your hobbies are with you, then just crack on and do as much as you can. I mean, for me, I don't spend as much time as I could do on it because obviously I've got house stuff to do and I'm still able to go to work at the moment, which is helpful, really. But yeah, hope you're all keeping safe and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.